Hello and welcome to I'm Here To, a podcast by Inclusion WA. My name is Liam and I've got Mac with me. How's it going, Mac?
I'm going good. How are you, Liam?
Yeah, I'm super good and we are very pleased to have Shaun with us today. How's it going, Shaun?
Good, really well. I'm also a little bit nervous.
That's okay. We're all a little bit nervous. We're all still new to podcasting here. But, you actually have some experience behind a camera, not so much a mic here, but tell us a little about your little YouTube channel that you got running. So you shouldn't be that nervous, right?
Well, I'm not really much of podcast thing, but my YouTube thing, yes, it's a really incredible podcast. Ever since the height of the pandemic, I was concerned about Perth being locked out to everyone. So I thought I'd be able to do
A YouTube channel.
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
yes, to boost Perth's comedy, by the way. And I wanted to, I'll premiere and everyone know that we need more stuff in Perth, more festivals and stuff.
Yeah, right. So this YouTube channel that you have, it's called Shaun Presents Perth.
Yes,
That's correct.
that's correct.
So tell us a little bit about some of the places you've been so far.
Well, all around Perth, the Perth Hills, the city of Perth itself, and Fremantle.
Right. And what's like one particular place that you would want to, if you could say, to anyone listening, like, oh, if you wanted to check out the channel, I would check out this video of this place. Which one do you reckon you would do?
Well, I reckon I'll do the YouTube channel about Perth and experience it, and hope everyone from the world and my family and my friends and my co-workers from Goodwill, by the way, which I work, will listen to this podcast, and it's pretty awesome.
Right. So if they would just to jump on and check out the whole thing, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
I saw that you did one at Kings Park and Elizabeth Quay, the Fremantle Prison, right?
Yes.
Would you recommend those places to people who are travelling, maybe visiting Perth?
Absolutely.
Which one? If you had to pick just one for the day.
Well, I'd probably say city of Perth.
Yeah? You like in the city? What's
Yeah.
the best thing about Perth City?
Well, the best thing about Perth is because I love Perth.
Yeah?
I love all things WA, including Perth.
Mm-hmm.
I love drinking Australian beer.
Oh, Australian beer.
Yes.
Oh, what's your favourite?
Ooh, all sorts.
All sorts? You're not fussy?
No, not fussy about alcohol.
You have whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Cool. So you've been all over Perth with this YouTube channel. Have you got ambitions of going to maybe other places in WA as well, like, further up north, down south or anything like that?
Well, I do have a holiday home in Augusta.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a lovely place, isn't it?
Yes, and my parents are there right now.
Oh, why aren't you there?
Oh, it's because a while ago when they were holidaying in Spain before COVID started, actually, I lived alone, actually.
Oh.
And didn't go well at first, but now I'm used to it.
Oh, so what was the hardest part about living alone for the first time?
Anxious.
You were anxious?
Yeah, really anxious.
Oh. And how did you overcome that, do you think?
Well, experience.
You think you just had to try it out and just get through it?
Yeah.
And now you're good at living on your own, you say?
I am now, yes.
Oh, what's the best thing about being independent and living on your own?
Well, the best thing is, relaxing.
Yeah, wherever you want, whenever you want?
Yes, listen to music.
As loud as you want?
Well, not as loud. I don't want neighbours to complain.
See, you're so well behaved.
Yes.
So even when mum and dad are out of town, you still do everything by the book. You are well behaved.
Yes, I also cook, by the way.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
If I'm coming over to Shaun's house for dinner, what are you making me?
Well, I would say stir fries.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you've got that nailed, do you?
Yeah. And I cook on Tuesdays with another mentor that is not Dave. His name is Nigel, by the way, and he's a really outstanding person.
I
like
know
Liam.
Nigel. I know
Nigel,
Nigel.
yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's been with our company for a long time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Dave's with us here today too. We might talk to him a little bit later.
Yeah.
Might talk a little bit about mentoring, but we want to just stick on the topic of Shaun for a bit because we know you've got a lot to say. And on the way in, we were talking a little bit about your hobby of television, in particular Channel 10.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of the 10 network.
What is it about Channel 10 in particular that kind of, excites you as opposed to 7, 9, ABC and SBS?
Well, I don't really watch much of SBS or ABC. My parents watch ABC and SBS. But as for me, the 10 network is my number one favourite network because they're always fun, outgoing, wit. Sometimes they laugh a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that 10, their kind of target audience or like what they're trying to do is usually based around more sort of casual viewing, isn't it?
It is normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's even on Channel 10? I didn't even know these days. I'm kind of out of touch because I just watch Netflix.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know anything that's going on, so you have to remind me.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell us, Shaun?
What's on Channel 10?
Well, as you may not know, a while ago, during the height of the pandemic, the 10 network actually went into a voluntary demonstration a long time ago.
I heard about that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was an American company that swooped in and took the handle of the 10 network.
CBS?
Ah.
Yes, CBS.
See, I know my stuff.
Oh, you guys are good. I'm learning. Let's go.
So about the 10 network, they've now expanded with the CBS network and they're getting more news content, new channel, which is 10 Shake, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're also connected to Paramount Plus. So that's the new streaming service. Have you been on that one yet?
No, not yet, but I heard it's really cool.
Yeah. So everything that's on Channel 10 you can get on that Paramount Plus. And then everything that's CBS or Paramount owned you can also get on there, obviously. So that's your stuff like let me think. CBS, I think that's like CSI, like all the Survivor seasons and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, including The Bold and the Beautiful.
Bold and the Beautiful, I think that's all on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Neighbours?
Neighbours would all be on there, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that Channel 10, is it?
Channel 10
Oh.
on another channel, which is the same network, Channel 11, now called 10 Pete's.
So that's what Neighbours is on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has Neighbours always been a Channel 10 program?
Well, no, not really. A long time ago, in 1985, the date of my birth, it was on Channel 7, but it didn't do well.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always thought it was on Channel 10.
I
It
have
was,
no idea.
but
Yeah.
7 did not, got enough ratings for 10.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what about like reality TV on Channel 10? Because I think they do pretty well with that. Do you get into any of that? Like, do you watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
Well, to be honest, I really don't like The Bachelor, but I do like The Bachelorette, Bondi Rescue, and other reality formats there too.
Okay, nice. So you don't like The Bachelor, but you like The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
It's because The Bachelor isn't not quite, white, but for The Bachelorette, it's a really awesome thing about, girls, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
women are better is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying, just to confirm?
Women are better.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, heard it here. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, all right. Bondi Rescue too. Yeah, nice. Cool. So yeah, he's a Channel 10 aficionado, that's for sure.
And you even told me something before the podcast that was really interesting about Neighbours that I'm sure listeners would want to hear about. Do you want to share?
Oh yeah, well, a while ago, my sister lived in an apartment with the daughter of Stephen Vizard, and she was responsible for extras
For Neighbours?
for Neighbours.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So anyway, she asked if it could be on a Christmas episode in between 2018 and 2019.
Yeah?
Yeah. So anyway, she approved it, and I appeared on Neighbours for Christmas episode. Was the whole day and the whole night, and to basically close to midnight, basically.
Oh wow, a
Wow.
whole day just to be an extra.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and I got
insane.
paid for it too.
The whole
That's
day.
so cool.
I need to do that. Sign me up.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the TV show Extras?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty interesting. It's do you know Ricky Gervais,
Yes.
Oh,
English
yeah.
comedian?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He made it, and it was like the thing he made after The English Office, which he made.
Mhm.
Mm.
And it's like it's a comedy, so they're kind of making fun of extras and how kind of odd they are. You know, how it's like about people who just go to a place where a film or a TV show is being made, and they just sit there and they wait all day, and they just wait until they get called to come on to just stand next to a person and not even talk, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's kind of just funny to think like, oh, that's what you do for a job, and they
Yeah.
just kind of make fun of it the whole show. It's pretty funny actually. You should check it
Mhm.
out.
What did you do when you were an extra?
Well, I had to pretend to talk.
Oh, so you're miming.
okay.
Yeah, miming. Yeah.
So if we were to be miming now and
Mhm.
people were listening, it would just sound like blank hair.
Mhm.
Nothing.
So we won't do that, will we?
No.
No.
So anyway, I did it really well.
yeah.
I even got a thumbs up from Rebecca, who plays Therese,
Oh, excellent.
and Bonnie Anderson, the singer
Oh.
and actor as well.
Oh, 'cause
Was
it
she just on that
Christmas
episode?
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
right.
They
Okay.
always go big for Christmas, don't
Nice.
Mhm.
So did they ask you to come back to reprise your role?
Well, actually they did.
Really?
they? Oh,
Yeah, the two cast members who played, I think, David and Mark Brennan,
yeah.
they asked if I could return.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
That's awesome.
It's been a while though. I've still got it on my phone.
So you haven't come back though yet, but they have asked.
Yes, they have.
Okay. You
But
should follow that up.
I will. But there's a big problem.
The
What's that?
pandemic.
Oh,
The
yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah.
still.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, you've mentioned the pandemic a couple of times
Mm.
Mhm.
already. Obviously, this past year has been really difficult for a lot of people, right? With
Mhm.
closures, being away from family, not being able to work. What do you think was your biggest challenge with the whole pandemic?
I was really anxious because I couldn't cook with Nigel.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was particularly difficult for you because all of your supports, who you'd see, how many days a week do you see your supports?
Well, Nigel I see him on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
Dave on Fridays, and Nigel on Thursdays.
So you really look forward to those sessions, right? And seeing those people and, you know, getting out to the community and developing your skills. So when that
Absolutely.
went away, didn't feel it was made you quite anxious?
Yeah, and I know a lot of people out there who are anti-vaxxers.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't want them to target Mark McGowan or the school kids, which I saw on the news yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Has been in the news,
I
hasn't it?
I saw that. I'm from Margaret River, so
Mhm.
I grew up there. So I'm still on like the community notice board, and as you can imagine, there's quite a few anti-vax people from like.
The country
hippie
areas,
towns, you know?
yeah.
And I went to a small high school, Margaret River Senior High,
Mm.
and there was a whole like parade out the front of the high school where
Mm.
parents were like
Mhm.
giving pamphlets out to kids and stuff.
Yeah,
Not
it's a
very
bit of
good,
a
is
tough
it?
one, isn't
No,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want them to know, do not target the media or Mark McGowan.
So you're a fan of Mark?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
Marky Mark.
he's a hero, isn't he?
Yeah. He was in the Australian Navy before he became Premier.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? I
No.
thought that was well publicised.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I mean, as you've probably gathered, I'm not really in touch with a lot of the things on like
Yeah.
the media. I try to shy away from it because
Mm-hmm.
I get anxious if
Yeah.
I listen to too much of the bad news that's going on in the past year or so.
And not just listen to the bad news, but I also listen to the good news as well.
That's
And
good.
Do you have
wanna
any good
balance it.
news? Can you share some good news with us today?
Yeah, of course.
Go on.
I'm a huge support of the West Coast Eagles, by the way.
Yes, good. Smart man. Yeah, that's the better of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Liam? Are you going to be
I
divisive?
go for Brisbane Lions actually.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
my dad's team. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, cool. Why does he go for Brisbane?
All my family's from Queensland.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I used to like Lions when I was a kid, and it
Are you
just
serious?
stuck. Yeah, that's how it stuck. So yeah, and I've just
That's the reason why.
it is. That's the only reason why.
I
basically.
stand. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. I back
Yeah.
that.
And my dad's a West Coast supporter, so maybe kind of also like I was wanting to be something different to him when I was a kid,
Okay.
and he always thought that I'd just grow out of it, but I never did because I was a kid right when they won those premierships in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
yeah, and I just never left it after that. So, and now I'm like staunch. Like I have to watch every game. And speaking of anxiety, like I get anxious when the game's on
Yeah.
and Brisbane plays. Yeah, definitely.
I like Brizzy. Yeah, that would be my second team. So
Oh, that's cool.
we can all still get
Yeah.
along.
I've been to Brisbane once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What for?
Queensland. Holiday.
Sounds like
A nice
you're a
spot.
well-travelled man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else have you been?
New Zealand.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice place.
Yes. What else?
Hopefully we can go to New Zealand soon. Well, actually, I think the borders are open, aren't they? Sure.
Some, but
Yeah.
not international ones. No.
Yeah, right. I keep seeing ads for New Zealand when I
Yeah.
go on
Yeah.
the internet.
I think it
There's
did.
a big tourism campaign coming out of New Zealand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it did open up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It might have opened then closed then open again or something.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah.
Yeah.
So your good news was West Coast Eagles.
Yes.
What's good about that?
Well, I'm a West Coast Eagles fan and member, of course.
Oh, you remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you get to go to every game?
Well, sometimes my brother Michael is also a member, and he also works with Netflix.
Oh, what? What? How many
No
brothers
way.
and sisters do you have, and what are they all doing?
Well, okay. My sister Brody, as already mentioned,
Yeah.
she's outstanding person, by the way. I love
can
her so
imagine.
much.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm the big brother, Shaun. Anyway.
Oh, are you the eldest?
Yes, I was born first.
Oh, okay. First in, best dressed.
Yeah, so my sister Brody, she's a receptionist at a psychiatrist's place.
Mm-hmm.
She also was on the production of ABC series Jack Irish as an assistant
Jack
director.
Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
And my brother Michael, he's got a wonderful Japanese wife. Natsuko, she's a really wonderful person too,
Mm.
and beautiful.
Good.
He also works with Netflix.
What does he do?
Yeah, wow. How do you get a job for Netflix? That's
Yeah.
a cool gig.
Where does he
Yeah.
live? Is he?
He lives in Japan,
Oh, I was
Oh,
gonna say.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm worried for him too and his partner because COVID is rampant in Japan.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Haven't
Yeah.
heard too much about Japan COVID issues.
Oh.
No, but luckily anyway, he's like something about Japanese, about anime stuff.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
must be like a really big sort of streaming of anime going on in Japan that we just don't really hear about because it's so big
Yeah,
over there, isn't it?
and my other brother Timothy,
Mm.
he's still here in Perth. He he went to uni. He's studying. He's got a lot of friends and family and support.
That's nice. And how do you support him, do you think? What's your role in the family?
Well, I'm his big brother, so
Yeah.
I'd like to support him whatever he chooses to be.
That's nice. And what is he choosing to be at the moment? What does he study? Do you know?
Stuff, but he
Important.
finished uni. By the
Oh,
way.
he's done.
Yeah.
Oh, out into the big world.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so,
cool.
what you mentioned something before about what you do for work.
Yeah. Yes. I work at Guru Engineering in Malaga.
Oh, an engineering place, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell me a little bit about what that is? What do you do?
Yeah, of course. I work on the production line of many stuff of Goodwill, like the shrink wrap, the handmade brick wires,
Okay.
sometimes boxes or packing,
Mm-hmm.
or they're handmade.
Oh, right. So on a production line, do you have to be quick?
Absolutely. Especially when it gets closer to the silly season, which is coming up soon.
Silly season. Yeah.
The silly season.
Yeah,
What do
there
you
you
have planned?
Family?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Some drinking, but not too much?
Well, you never know.
Okay. Making no promises.
Yeah. There you go. So how long have you worked at Goodwill?
Ooh. At the end of 2004 and the start of 2005.
Oh, so I can't do math. That's a long time.
Yeah, about 17 years in.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Do you like it there? You must do.
Yeah, I love it there. Actually, I had a dream about it once.
About work. You had a dream about work?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
And my dad's sister, Anne, she used to be the friend of a former manager of Goodwill. His name was Phil.
Okay. And what happened in this dream that you're telling me about?
I dreamt I was working at Goodwill.
And you are?
Yeah,
So it's a dream come true?
So was this dream before you were working at Goodwill?
before. Yeah, I was at school.
Oh.
So it was a premonition.
What?
There you go.
So you really?
Mm-hmm.
So you manifested it?
Something like that. As I already mentioned, one of my dad's sisters, Anne, is a close friend to Phil Pizzas.
Okay. And is that who helped you get work there?
She did, yes. She asked him if I could join Goodwill, and I did.
It's all about who you know, making connections.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sounds like you're pretty good at that, meeting people and making a lot of connections in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Have you always been this way, been very confident?
I always been confident in my life.
Yeah?
Once I was also an MC for Vicinity Film Project.
Wow.
What is that?
Oh, Vicinity Films, like short films.
Okay. And what did you do there?
He said the MC. He was the
Oh,
MC.
I didn't
Yeah.
catch
Master of ceremonies. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are good on a mic then.
Yes.
See, he's a natural.
I was just a little nervous because of this.
I was
New
watching when I was
stuff.
watching your YouTube channel, Shaun. I was
Mhm.
thinking, and I don't know if it's still a show, but I'm sure that you'll be able to tell me. I could imagine you hosting a show like Getaway,
Yeah.
or you know those
Yeah,
shows,
I
those
was-
travel
I
shows
was
that
yeah,
used to be.
Totally
Yeah.
thinking that too.
Yeah,
Like the living room.
yeah,
Living room,
yeah.
kind of,
kind of
yeah.
exactly like that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I thought when I was watching your videos. I was like, and now having met you, I know that for sure. You would be excellent at that.
Well, you've already got connections with some people from Neighbours.
That's true, yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to capitalize on this. I think we need to get this
Good.
man on the big screen,
Yeah. Definitely.
hosting, spreading joy. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think starting up your own YouTube is the best thing to do to start off. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, like, it's super hard. You said something before, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
It's, about who you know, that sort of thing, which is unfortunately kind of true sometimes, right? Sometimes in life, it feels really hard to get into somewhere or to start something up that you really want to do because you don't know the people to get in or you don't have the information or whatever. But when you just start doing it on your own, which is what you're doing with your YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
it shows a lot of intent. And, if you can just persist and keep doing it, you can build your own audience potentially, right? So I think like that's probably the coolest thing about the internet nowadays, of all like the bad things that the internet unfortunately kind of brings in society. The best thing I reckon is the fact that like it just completely liberates people into like doing whatever they want and however they want to do it. So yeah, props to you, man. If you just keep persisting, I reckon one day maybe Channel 10 might just contact you and be like, hey, look, this guy's got a YouTube channel. He's like someone we could potentially hire.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's how it happens.
Well, I have a little confession, but I am going to say it though.
Okay. Hopefully it's just little.
It is a little one,
Okay.
yes. I had was going to cooking thing with another organisation.
Mm-hmm.
I think you may know them. It's not inclusion. It's what was it called? Yes, Uniting Care West.
Okay.
And I saw the 10 studios in Perth, Subiaco.
I've driven past them many
Yeah.
times. Yep.
I actually walked in.
Oh.
Did ya?
Yes,
And
not all the way in, and the security guard asked if I could show him my CV.
oh,
Nice.
you just walk straight in there.
He's got
Yes.
good initiative.
I'm telling you. That's what I mean. And I think in terms of like representation on like Australian television, I definitely think we could always be doing a better job at that.
Yeah,
And
totally.
do you think it'd be nice to be able to see people, you know, like yourself on the screen? People who have different abilities and are differently abled kind of being presented on the TV and being actors and being presenters?
Yeah, well, there is one person
Yeah.
who does have a disability.
Mm-hmm.
I think you may know him. He was an ear implant recipient.
Oh, cochlear implant.
Yeah, cochlear
Cochlear,
implant.
yeah.
Yeah. His character's name is Curtis.
Okay, and what's that from?
Neighbours.
Oh, there you go.
And it's also
That's a
related
start.
to Mrs. Punt.
On Neighbours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Right.
I think
So, but that actor in real life, he has.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
actual implant. Yeah.
yeah.
But what does it mean for you when you see individuals with disabilities on the screen?
Well, it actually reminds me that people with disabilities can act as well.
They can do anything. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You just need larger organisations like Channel 10
Mm-hmm.
to give more people who have disabilities and different abilities a chance, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're far more entertaining than a lot of people I see on television.
Yeah.
Like the Friends cast, maybe.
Yeah, no, I way prefer you.
The
Yeah.
Friends cast.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Friends.
Oh, are you? Oh, I thought you were saying you were funnier than the Friends cast, but no, they are good. They are a good cast.
Easily funnier than Ross.
Ross.
He's the most annoying, fictional character of all time. I can't
Yeah.
stand him.
It's funny. Have you seen? There's videos on YouTube where they just removed the canned laughter on
Mhm.
some scenes with
Oh, yeah.
Ross, and then it's so awkward. Some of the scenes.
He just
Yeah.
gives me so much cringe.
Yeah.
I can't even no. And any other projects that actor has been, David Schwimmer?
Schwimmer, yeah.
Swimmer. Yeah.
Any other projects, I can't watch it. I don't know what it is about the man, bless his heart, but I can't stand him. Sorry, if you're a fan, I'm sorry, Shaun.
Who's
Well-
your favourite, Shaun?
Joey and Chandler, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
very cute. They've got a good friendship, right?
Mm.
Absolutely. They're like brothers. Basically.
Do you have any friendships like that in your life, Shaun?
Yeah, I do. I got someone. His name is Tobias Donny. He's
Yeah.
my best friend from Stewart Hill Primary School, basically.
Oh, my goodness. So how long have you known him for?
A long time.
Wow, so a forever kind of friend, hey?
Yeah.
So Dave, we've got Dave here in the studio today.
Yeah.
What's
for having me.
what's your favourite part of being a support worker?
Firstly, can I just clarify something? I actually really like Ross from Friends. So,
Do you really?
Oh, okay.
So I was a little bit offended.
Oh. Ooh.
So
I
don't
hope
know
it's
if I
not
wanna
one of those
continue talking.
situations where you see a part of yourself in the character and I've just said that
No, I
don't
think I like him because he's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we're laughing at him,
Mm.
it's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be friends with him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely
No.
not.
Okay.
Wasn't he divorced 3 times?
Yes,
Ross.
not a good track record, is it?
Me and Shaun and I have a great time. Normally Fridays we spend the whole day together. Shaun normally thinks of something fun to do. So it's really each day has its own little special twist to it. And Shaun normally does research throughout the week and tries to find something cool to do. And yeah, it's always something fun to look forward to.
What's been one of your favourite things you guys have gone and done together on a Friday?
The most fun part is, we go to school events and stuff like Karen Up, for example, that opened up.
Yeah, that
It
was
looks
fun.
so fancy in there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fancy.
Did you go into that the upper level? They have a furniture store called I can't remember.
Cocoa Republic, is
That's
it?
it.
Yeah, Coconut or Cocoa Republic?
Cocoa Republic, I
That's
think.
it, yeah.
Mhm.
And I walked into it and I was like, this looks like where the Kardashians shop.
Yeah, I don't want to touch anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I sat on a couple of things there. It was nice, but it looks so fancy.
Yeah, well, in fact, about the Kardashians, their father was a defense lawyer to O.J. Simpson.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. What an interesting family.
Oh, and David Schwimmer
Yeah, yes.
played him.
he did.
That is the perfect example.
How did this come
No,
full circle?
okay. David Schwimmer is the thread that holds this podcast together, okay? That is literally the example I was thinking of a movie that I want to watch, but I can't because
Oh.
I'm like, why is Ross defending O.J. Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get my head
So he's become too typecast for you.
typecast. Can't
Yeah.
detach from it. Yeah.
I really liked that show actually. The People versus O.J. Simpson. That was really good.
Did O.J. do it?
Well, it doesn't overtly say it.
No, I'm asking you.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yes.
We all think he did. Come on. But yeah.
Well, I don't think he did.
really?
Oh dear.
here
Okay,
we go.
we've got some
All right.
controversy on the pod today.
Okay. What do you reckon? What do you reckon happened?
Well, I reckon a Nazi cop killed the wife and her liaison partner.
That's what they talk about in the TV show.
What?
Yeah.
One of the
a Nazi cop?
one of the cops. So you haven't watched it 'cause
No.
you couldn't get past
I
seeing
don't want
Ross.
to see Ross.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about it until I watched the show as well. But one of the cops was like a pretty crazy neo-Nazi guy
That can't be
on the
that
case.
uncommon in America, though.
Yeah, well,
I feel like if you line up 4 police officers, one of them's a Nazi.
yeah.
Like in this day and age.
Unfortunately, a bit of a stereotype. But,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, one of them was found out to be like that. So they kind of, that's what's OJ's defense. Well, OJ's lawyers kind of really pushed hard on the fact that like the cops were racist
Okay.
and that they framed him because he was
Oh,
black.
Right. Okay.
So, and yeah, that's one of the big reasons why he got off. So
Interesting. Circling back to life as a support worker for you, Dave. Have you always been working in the disability sector as a support worker?
No, it's only been the last year, and Shaun was pretty much my first client. And yeah, so it hasn't. I was doing a bit of teaching before that, and so it's fairly new.
And what brought you into wanting to work in the disability sector and be a support worker or a mentor for people?
That's a good question. Just because I thought it's quite a fulfilling job, and you get to meet awesome people, and sometimes it doesn't even feel like work. Like you get to have fun and reach goals, and you help other people feel good about themselves, but you also feel good about yourself as well.
And what do you think it is like about you and about other people that make you like a good support worker? And then you can tell me what makes.
I don't know if I
support
would call
worker.
myself a good support worker. You'd have to ask Shaun.
Okay, over to you,
that.
Shaun. What do you think? What makes someone who's supporting you to reach your goals? What makes them good at their job?
Well, what makes him one of their jobs because he's got a really cool personality. Like Nigel, they're very excitable people. They both are.
Yeah, you like them to be. So you think good support is when they're quite encouraging and they're excited to be there.
Mm-hmm.
good personality traits
Good
all around.
personality
Yeah.
traits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we look for when we do hiring, because sometimes I've helped out in the hiring a little bit, and sometimes people come in and they might say like, oh, I don't really have much experience, I don't really know what to expect, but ultimately, what we really look for at Inclusion WA is just people who seem to have the sort of personality that would become a good mentor, and the sort of personality who would be ethical and open to learning about inclusion and things like that. So yeah, if you're ever interested, if you're listening, then just try and remember that when you're
I think
applying for any sort
Inclusion's
of.
hiring at the moment as well, right?
We're always hiring.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We're always, there's so many people in our community that need support, and I guess Inclusion's always looking for like a wide diversity of, it's good to have
We
like
totally
a bunch
are.
of people who are really diverse. Everyone's different,
Yeah.
What is good support for one person might not be suited for other people.
Yeah.
So we've said a lot of things that's good about support, right? And why it's important to have supports. Asking you, Dave, what do you think needs to be different about support in the disability sector in WA, or even just like in the wider Australia?
That's a really good question. I haven't really thought of it. I think like with Inclusion WA, they're doing such a good job that I think they're probably like setting a really good standard for other organisations. I know that sometimes that personal connection is probably lacking, but so I think that's probably something Inclusion WA are doing really well, and something that I think a lot of other organisations should do as well, just having that proper connection with the client so it is easier to keep going forward and easier to reach goals.
Oh, 100%. I think a lot of the time, like from like a research standpoint as well, there's so much like research like, about different individuals and about different disabilities and things like that, and how to help those people, right? But we're lacking in like how can like support workers be supported, and how can families be supported. And I think that like moving into the future, it'd be really good. And I think researchers are now kind of more concentrating on that. Like how can like your supports be better for you?
Well, supports is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically when I was in Melbourne to celebrate my mum's birthday, I've seen. You ever seen Good Chef, Bad Chef?
I've heard of it.
No.
It was Adrian Ling, who's a chef there. So I got a chance to meet him, and he's a mentor to people with disabilities too,
Oh.
in his own restaurants.
See, that's really good, right? It's good to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
You provided us with some really good examples today of different organisations giving people, differently abled people, a chance, and that's all you really want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just people in restaurants, maybe sport or the whole TV industry, maybe.
Yeah.
All industries, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone can improve and do better. And I think we have touched on some really great examples. I mean, like getting on Neighbours.
Epic.
Yeah, props to them. And, that's awesome
Well,
for
let's
you
not
too.
stop there. I
Yeah,
reckon with
that's
you,
right.
Shaun. I think that's like a foot in the door. But I think, that's still way under your capacity as an actor and as an entertainer. So I think you
you've
should
definitely got wings to grow there.
definitely keep pursuing that for sure.
Yeah,
Possibly the new James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would-
Daniel Craig's
Yeah.
out.
I would
Yeah.
like to see it.
Yeah, come on.
But it's a shame that.
Can you give us your best James Bond line?
Sure. It's from the late Susan Connery.
Oh,
I have a martini, shaken and not stirred.
Perfect.
Hey, give us your Hughesy voice. You do a good Hughesy voice as well.
Oh yeah, and yes, hello, it's me, Hughesy. Yeah, big shout out to everyone in the entertainment industry. What is wrong with that? I know I was on Neighbours too in the past. They mistreated me. I hate my voice.
Oh, wow.
Spot on, hey.
Yeah.
All right, record that. That's your new audition tape. Let's send it out.
Hey, we've actually got to wrap this thing up. It's been awesome having you in, Shaun. But there was one extra little thing that you wanted to mention.
Yes, Bert Newton.
Yes.
Well, as you may all know, Bert Newton died. I really am sorry for the Newton family and the whole TV family of Bert Newton.
Yeah.
So just a quick shout out to Bert and his family. Just enjoy life, live life, and basically enjoy everything that you've got. In the words of the principal in the new Jumanji, you only got one life, so you must use it.
I think that's a good line to end on.
Very well said. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
thanks everyone. Thanks Dave, and thanks Shaun for coming in, and Mac. It's great to be here with you.
Always, Liam.
All right, see you everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.